Hi, and welcome to the Painting a Taco, Alle Prima technique. I'm your host, Tom Gore, and just painting a taco. Celebrate eating a taco. Maybe hungry. Afterwards, if this is done right, you should be hungry. I've got a time lapse on this, so you're not seeing all the boring stuff where I'm mixing colors or taking a step back and taking a breather. It's just the painting as this forms up with the color showing up. I had a pencil stencil drawing, throw it on real quick, pretty much show me my lines and make sure my proportions were in place. And then I come back right here and put in some burnt umber, knock in some shadows, throw in some dark areas that are going to be needed. Don't worry about the random floating brush that happens. I've got a palette, just rests on my thumb and allows me to hold 3 or 4 paint brushes, and where I was going for speed and time on this more than anything, I put just wedge dirty brushes into my fingers to hold them out of the way, and they just get in the way of the camera every now and then. Here I'm putting a shadow in, so that way he's not floating off into space and he's not some kind of cookie cutout or taco cutout. There's a few yellows, yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, a little bit of titanium white mixed in to put it in place. Here are some tomatoes. That's cadmium red mixed with some white titanium and titanium white. Some green for the lettuce and herbs. This is pretty much just the shadows and the base colors right now. Laying a little bit of texture in. All in all, this painting took me about 55 minutes to complete. You will be spared that time. Thank you for watching. It's only going to take approximately about 13 and a half minutes for this whole video. Here I'm just putting in some more texture, several yellow textures to get the hard shell corn tortilla look. The hard shell taco's got some hard lines on it with the half moon on each shape. The shadows help press that in. Here I'm putting in some more the meat and the shadow and the shade. It's brown, red brown, azalea crimson mixed with the burnt umber, darkening the shadows up. Putting in the meat chunks, darkening that up. So for the most part, the taco now is actually done. Now I'm putting in a little bit of the detail, cheese, lots of cheese apparently. I like my tacos really cheesy. And kind of gotta try to differentiate it. Now it's not floating off into space. We're giving the taco a surface to sit on. Some azalea crimson, some burnt umber, and a little bit of ultramarine blue. And there's variations all along the canvas of where the paint is gonna play and how it lays on the canvas. In this crimson, this brown crimson, red brown, it's gonna pretty much be a huge main player of color in this painting, but it's not the focus of the painting. The taco is the focus of the painting. This is just somewhere for the taco to live. I mean, in a perfect world, there's tacos everywhere. Just walk around, pick up a taco, free range taco. And on the top end of the painting, I mixed a lot more titanium white, creating a lighter hue. It's the same red-brown, it's just a lot more titanium white in it. And paying particular attention to the hard edge on the top of the taco, on the north side of it. Don't want to fuzzy up or blur the edges of the hard shaped sides. The shadow sides, you want them fuzzy. Shadows generally are fuzzy, but you want to spend more time making a crisp, clear edge on the lighted shade sides. And the top, very top, I throw on some dark blue, and pull it down into that light red area. And here you see me blend it out through, so it's got like this blend technique to it. Now, with oil, it stays wet a long time. Gives you a lot of time to work with it, a lot of time to treat it, a lot of time to spend time with it. So you can always come back and fix things up. Here I'm working on picked up some green and some titanium white. This is I'm not sure which green this is. It's a lighter green. The titanium white makes it lighter, makes it creamier. Making sure that the hard edges are hard, straight edges. And then in a wee bit, I'm gonna fuzzy up the shadow edge so that way you see it more of a blur into the shadow. Because I don't want this taco to feel like it's floating out anywhere. It should be grounded. I mean, why else would you use ground beef? And when you're working, making the choices of where your objects are, where your shapes are, where they're fitting into space, it kind of helps knowing if you're putting in a thick shape or a thin shape, if you're a hard edge or a soft edge. Oil paint is very forgiving if you use it right. Here's more of that green with some more light and white on the green, making a deeper shadow on the back so that way it differentiates and green doesn't bleed out to the field from the lettuce and the cilantro and all the other herbs you put on your taco. Down here in the bottom edge, filling in the color, it shows a deep purple. Some xylitol purple, and I'm gonna use some linseed oil and shade it into that original burgundy red. And they're just gonna bleed into each other. I'm gonna put some more of that in the shadow, darken that up a bit, pull it in and have that blend out. Now we've got a split in the shadows of the taco and we can't have that, so we got to fix that. We got to pull that shadow out a little more and smoothen it out. This pretty much is going to take care of this. I'll do a couple little final touches off camera to tighten it up a bit, get rid of some things, but I want to thank you for tuning in and watching this process. Hope it inspires you to make more art, make things better in your world. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Make a comment in the comments if you want. Let me know what subject I should tackle next, and I'll put it on my list of things to create and paint. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy and share this with your friends. Have a great day. Goodbye.